Chair. Quorum is present.
We open each meeting, opening it up for a public comment. I don't see any, so we'll move on to item number 4, approval of the minutes from our meeting on August 8th. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes?
Yes.
If there's no questions or comments about them, a motion is in order.
I move to approve the minutes of August 8th, 2017 of the Other Post-Employment Benefits Trust Fund Board of Trustees.
I second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. So next for possible action is adoption of the agenda for today's meeting. Any modifications? A motion to approve or adopt?
I motion to approve the adoption of the agenda for the November 14th OPEB meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So let's move on to the agenda items. Item 6A, for possible item to review and approve the OPEB Trust Earnings Report for the first quarter of fiscal year 2018. So we'll hear from Sherry Russell, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this is for July 17th through September 17th. There's a few date errors on the spreadsheet I gave you, so I apologize for that. So total earnings for the first quarter of 18 is $25,287.59. So far this year, that's over 13% that we're earning on the money, which is very good. That's mainly RBIF, of course, because that's where most of the money is invested. Are there any questions on this?
I move to approve the OPEB Trust Earnings Report for the first quarter of fiscal year 2018.
I second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. So moving on to item number 6B, for possible action to review and approve the OPEB trust activity for the first quarter of fiscal year 2018. Sherry?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this is again for July of 17 through September of 17. And you can see the revenues and expenses pretty much zero out at the end of the month, which is what we expect and we try to achieve with our new retirees, people quitting, new employees. We never do achieve that because there's always a month or two lag when we add people or take people off. But as you can see, they're very small differences. We did have a couple people pay in September for October. So there's $3,972 of deferred revenue for the first quarter. And we did make a $200,000 contribution from 2017, which is why cash has increased. Are there any questions?
Any questions? About a motion then?
I move to approve the OPEB trust activity for the first quarter of fiscal year 2018.
I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. So agenda item number 6C, this is a discussion-only item to review the Carson City, Nevada OPEB Trust Fund's draft financial report for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2017. So Sherry, can you explain it?
Thank you again. Yes, so our auditors don't really come until January timeframe. So probably February is when we'll be reviewing the audit report, maybe later. But I wanted to give you a picture of 2017 fiscal year. So we had cash and investments at the end of the year of $750,000. There's the $200,000 receivable from the city, and then there's a little bit of premiums paid that were reversed because of terminating people. So we took those into account. We also did a prepayment for dental premiums. So that equals your assets of $959,934. We have a little bit of accounts payable for someone who had their premium paid through PERS and then decided, oopsie, I don't want to do that, so we're going to have to pay them back the deduction. And then the unearned revenue is basically, again, people paying for July premiums in June. So at the end of 17, we should have a fund balance of $956,715.
So Sherry, can you just tell us, so the $200,000 amount, that's discretionary, does the Board of Supervisors determine that, or who does?
So it's in the budget that we submit to them at the beginning of the year. And this year, I believe it was $275,000 that was in the budget. However, with employee, revenue coming in and premiums going out, we ended up at the end of the year not having enough to fund that whole $275,000. So it was determined we could only fund $200,000. We are trying to correct that in 18 so that the entire amount can be contributed.
Thank you.
And then on the profit and loss statement, if you turn the page, that $200,000 is there for pre-funding. There's employer and then plan member contributions. Our investment income with expense taken out is $64,804. That's a 8.6% earnings over the year. And remember, we didn't invest in RBIF until November. So that's why it's a little lower than what our current earnings are looking like. There's administrative expense of $10,000. That's basically our audit fees. And then the benefits payments are the premiums that we pay. And if there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer.
No, I just think it's great that we're almost at $1 million after only doing this a few years.
Agreed.
No other comments? Then I guess we'll go on to, because no motion was necessary there, so we'll move on to the next item, which is 6D, which is to schedule our next meeting.
And this one, I kind of give you guys always options. So what about February 7th or February 14th? Do either of those dates work for you guys?
I think the debt management, I think, is on the 14th.
I talked with April Livesay, and she's got them in there reserved tentatively for me. Yeah.
Well, I was there first.
Okay, well, I don't know, she put me tentatively.
On what day, which day?
February 7th or the 14th.
But there's conflict on one day?
There might be.
I'm sorry,
Debt
Sherry.
Management Commission's on the 13th.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
what you're
sorry,
worried
I
about?
apologize.
Okay, yeah, I know, because we had to switch it to Wednesday because Tuesdays were taken.
Oh, okay. Either of those are fine.
Either of them? Okay, let's go with the 14th. Perfect, thank you. It's a Wednesday.
I move to schedule the next meeting of the Carson City OPEB Trust Fund Board of Trustees for February 14th, 2018.
I second. Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. So one more chance at public comment. I think we're good. So perhaps a motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn the OPEB Trust Fund meeting.
I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned.